Hey, Nissan Deneta here
And Vered.
from The Good Life Redefined, and today we are on a relationship episode. And we would like to ask you a question, one of those ask yourself questions, which, when you really think about it, it can bring a lot of information that you maybe didn't know, or maybe some insights that you should have known. So the question today is, if you have a choice for anyone in the world alive, this is important, anyone in the world that is alive, to invite him or her for dinner, who would it be, and most important, why? But I think that for us to think about it, for you to think about it, it's important because, first of all, because the main thing that I found in my life is that this is changing with time, especially the why. When I was young, I wanted to meet those people that I can learn from them. When I was a little bit older and more sophisticated in what I was doing, I wanted to meet those people that I can cooperate with and do something together. And today, we'll get to my answer, it's actually changed tremendously. So this is interesting for one reason. The other thing, it gives you some glimpses about what's important for you. What are your values? What motivates you in life? And it also gives you a chance to see what topics of conversation are interesting for you today. I'm an introvert. The first answer that came to me was I don't want to meet anybody. I want my friends, my family, the people I know. Those are the people I want to spend time with. Otherwise, I need to be the entertainer, or I need to be sophisticated enough, or I need to know enough about that person, or whatever it is. So it's an interesting question to think about.
So for me, it was really hard to choose. To choose, yeah.
Because I had the opposite.
I
didn't have anybody.
No, for me, I had too many. To choose was really difficult. But what came really clearly for me, which was a surprise, I must say, is that I discovered that the people that I want to invite are a lot politicians. And not just politicians, but they are involved with the world, which in the end, when I had to choose one person that I would really like to invite for dinner, it would be Marianne Williamson. And Marianne Williamson is, not a lot of people maybe know her as a politician. She's not a politician. Well, she's running for presidency. But most people, if they do know her name, is that she wrote the famous poem of Our Greatest Fear is Not That We're Inadequate. I'm really curious to hear from her is, how did she get the courage to go and run for presidency?
I want to emphasize why this question is important, at least for me, because about 15 years ago, I did this exercise and I said it was a little bit of a different structure. It was the 5 people I would like to work and cooperate with. Okay, who are the 5 people that I would like in the world that I would like to work together, to cooperate with them. And I had 5 names there. And the 5 names were Sir Richard Branson, J. Abraham, which, if you know something about marketing, is the top for that. Stephen Covey, which wrote the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. TRACY, which is one of the most influential figures when it comes to management and business and stuff like that. And SCHEFREN, which was at that time was a major guru for the guru for the gurus when it comes to marketing. So I wanted to work with all those, and I put it for myself, and I forgot about it because it was an exercise like that. When I'm looking at my life today, I worked with Sir Richard Branson on a project together, and we spent time with him in his South Africa game reserve. I worked with J. Abraham on a project together, on a couple of projects together. We worked for a couple of years. I worked with SCHEFREN together on a few projects. I worked with TRACY on project together. All of those were on my stage and at one point or another. And the only person that I didn't meet personally was Stephen Covey, but he still managed before he died to endorse my book, Elements of Success, very beautifully. So just to emphasize the importance of that, you set out into the universe a thought about, who would you like to meet for dinner? And who knows, within the next few months, few years, you might meet that person.
Guess who's coming for dinner?
Yes. And so for me, that was because suddenly we put this question of who would you like to have for dinner became very important. Like if that's the person I'm going to meet, then I better be the right person. And I realized that no matter who I ran in my head, I didn't have anybody that I got excited or I want to learn from that person or even want to do something together to cooperate. And the only thing, and I'm sure that it's my age, but somewhere, the only thing that was important for me, there are a few people that I would like to tell them how grateful I am for what they did for me in my life. And unfortunately, most of those people are not alive anymore. There's one person that still is, I don't know if for long, I think in his 80s. And this person is an author. His name is Richard Bach. and he's the most influential author that affected my life since I was very, very young. I think I started to read his books when I was 16 or 17. And the first book that I read, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, gave me the meaning for my life. I'm absolutely certain that he wrote the book about me, for me, in order to illuminate my path in life, and I follow that path for the last 30-something years since I read it for the first time, and I keep on reading it over and over. And the second book that he wrote, which was Illusions, which tells the story of a reluctant Messiah, taught me everything that I needed to know at that time about creating your own reality and how you're actually in charge on your life, and it gave me a whole direction. And Richard Bach is still alive, and if you ever watch that, Richard, you're very, very welcome to dinner. I would love just to share, I'm not a great cook, but I will cook my best for you, and just to say thank you for everything that you created for me in my life. I think it's a very valuable question. I invite you to answer it. One name, write it down in the comment box below, share it with us. It will inspire all of us, and we love to interact and to connect with you. Don't forget to share this video with everyone you know. I mean, it can be valuable for more people. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, right? Subscribe to our channel so you can get more of this kind of stuff. Hopefully it's good for you as much as it's good for us. And until we meet again, live fully, stay awesome from Nisande and
Vered in Tenerife.